From being one of the biggest breakout pop stars in the late 2000s at only 17 years old, to now facing over 10 years in prison for stealing $500,000 with his own mother, Sean Kingston's life has been a rollercoaster of highs and lows. Today, we're diving deep into the sad downfall of a man whose voice captured millions, whose struggles reflect his strength, and whose recent troubles have left fans wondering, what the hell happened to Sean Kingston? Born on February 3rd, 1990 in Miami, Florida as Cassian Paul Anderson, Sean Kingston was born to be famous. While he was 6 years old, his family moved to Kingston, Jamaica. His uncle, Lawrence Jack Ruby Lindo, was a well-known music producer in Jamaica, and this made him grow up with music around him all the time. Afterward, Sean went back to the US during high school so that he could concentrate on his music career. To gain followers, he started sharing his songs on YouTube and MySpace. His song Life is Hard made it onto the MySpace indie chart, which caught the attention of Matt Tobin and J.R. Rotem from Beluga Heights Records. They assisted him by landing him a joint partnership agreement with Sony Records. However, Matt and J.R., who knew more about him than anyone else did at first, viewed him as an R&B singer who will be turned into a pop star in the future. Hence, they helped him to become melodious, thereby making sure that he will attract more viewers. Afterwards, he signed another contract with Epic and K Records, after which he began working on his first album. While Sean Kingston produced the album, he was inspired by Ben E. King's song Stand By Me, which happened to be playing on the radio. He and his producer JR decided to flip the sample into a more reggae pop sound. So apparently they worked until 4 a.m. and ended up with the track Beautiful Girls.
Hey bro, we were in that studio till 4 o'clock in the morning on one song. We got that shit right, bro. It was like, we just knew. The whole room was like, yo, this is smash.
They clearly saw the song's potential, so they submitted it to the label, which agreed to release it as the lead single. Beautiful Girls became an instant global sensation, topping charts internationally. Even though it sounds cliche, practically overnight, Sean went from an upstart singer uploading songs online to one of the biggest pop stars in the world. He made his mark onto the music scene in July 2007 with his debut album containing hits like Take You There and Me Love. By March 2008, he was already opening for big names like Gwen Stefani and Beyonce. His album soon went gold since over 500,000 copies were purchased. Kingston returned with his second album in 2009 called Tomorrow, co-produced by J.R. Rotem. The lead single on that track is entitled Fire Burning, which became a massive hit, but came second to Beautiful Girls alone. Unfortunately, despite its success, however, the song Tomorrow did not match those sales of his first record, peaking at number 37 on Billboard chart, selling only 13,000 copies within its first week business-wise. Unlike his first album's reggae and R&B vibe, Tomorrow leaned towards electronic and dance music, which divided his fanbase. Sean also ventured into talent scouting, helping launch the career of R&B singer Ayaz, and starting his own label, Time Is Money Entertainment. He came back in 2013, doing God knows what between the years with his third album, Back to Life. Sean scored another hit with Eenie Meenie, featuring Justin Bieber. But even with collabs with T.I., Chris Brown, Wiz Khalifa and others, the album underperformed. His career, which began with a billion-stream hit, struggled right after. Sean Kingston's star faded, despite a few successful singles. His fourth album, Redemption, faced multiple delays and didn't release for nearly a decade. As his music career waned, he made headlines for legal troubles rather than hits, marking a tough spot in his journey. Basically, unlike his album, Sean couldn't manage to redeem himself. With all the setbacks, Sean Kingston's impact on music remains undeniable. But why did his career shift so badly? Well, it seems like Sean has a bad habit of beating up beautiful girls and being a professional fraudster. Yeah, so even as late back as 2010, Sean faced serious accusations of sexual assault from a woman who claimed he took advantage of her at a Seattle hotel. According to TMZ, 2 intoxicated women joined Sean and his crew in a hotel room. One woman alleged Sean had sex with her before leaving for another room on the same floor. Sources mentioned she later engaged in sexual activity with 2 other men in that room. The fire department confirmed responding to an incident at the hotel involving 2 young women, aged 19 and 20, who were taken to the hospital after reporting a sexual assault. However, Sean's representative stated police investigated and found that accusations lacked credibility, resulting in the case being dropped. It resurfaced years later when one of the victims filed a lawsuit. Before this incident, Sean almost lost his life in a jet ski accident in Miami. While riding with a woman, he lost control and crashed into a bridge, leading to critical injuries. Miami Fire Rescue saved them, and Sean underwent open heart surgery and other procedures during his 23-day hospital stay. Authorities believe the accident resulted from Sean's inexperience and reckless handling of the jet ski rather than drugs or alcohol. Later in 2010, Sean faced allegations of a hit and run involving a $400,000 Maybach outside a Hollywood restaurant. Caught on tape by TMZ, Sean denied the incident. He was questioned days later but maintained his innocence. In 2012, Sean was confronted by the IRS for over $130,000 in unpaid taxes from 2009. Despite their demands, Sean initially refused to pay, leading to a lien on one of his properties. His financial troubles continued, and in 2013, a woman sued Sean for allegedly assaulting her after a concert in 2010. The lawsuit ended in a multi-million-dollar settlement, despite Sean denying the accusations and claiming the encounter was consensual. In 2015, Sean claimed he was kidnapped during a dispute over a $225,000 watch. Allegedly bought from Aviani Jewelers, Sean disputed the watch's value and attempted to exchange it. When the jeweler refused, Sean claimed he was locked in a car, taken to a random location and dumped. The incident was reported as a kidnapping, and Sean warned his fans on Twitter to avoid the jeweler. In 2014, Sean Kingston faced a lawsuit again, this time with jeweler Avi D, also known as Avi the Jeweler. Avi claimed that from 2008 to 2013, he provided Sean with expensive watches, chains, and custom jewelry, including pieces with Sean's initials. Sean even borrowed a $12,000 ring for a TV appearance but never returned it. Despite Sean writing 7 checks, all of them bounced, leaving him owing over $226,000. Avi sued him, asserting Sean owed more than $365,000. Sean's camp argued they paid Avi over $300,000 and showed evidence, questioning why Avi would keep giving jewelry without any payment. The court ruled Sean must pay Avi over $365,000. Around the same time in 2016, Sean faced another lawsuit from jeweler Aquamaster, claiming Sean selected $300,000 worth of jewelry but paid with bounced checks. Sean was even seen flaunting the jewelry on Instagram. He never responded to the lawsuit, and the court ordered him to pay over $300,000 to Aquamaster. Meanwhile, Sean was also sued by Florida jeweler HOB Jewelers for picking out a $60,000 Rolex and a $25,000 gold bracelet, but never paying. Sean's legal bills piled up while he hadn't had a hit song in years. Despite reports of financial struggles, Sean defended himself, stating he wore about $200,000 worth of jewelry and spent $25,000 a month living in LA. He dismissed rumors of being broke, claiming he spent millions with jewelers who sued him over late payments.
Cap.
Sean believed he could make a comeback if he focused on music instead of flexing. However, his situation worsened as he feuded with prominent rappers and lost a $300,000 chain in a nightclub altercation where accusations flew between Meek Mill, Sean, and The Game. In 2019, Sean Kingston was arrested outside Dino's Chicken and Burgers in LA. Witnesses reported that Sean's car was blocking the parking lot exit, causing frustration among people trying to leave. Sean reacted by throwing ice at the restaurant window, startling diners inside. He then brandished the gun and waved it around, prompting someone to call the police. The entire incident was captured on video, leading to Sean's arrest. In 2021, Sean faced accusations of assaulting his producer, known as Godlike. The producer claimed he had been living with Sean for about 3 months, working on music. One night, Sean called him to the basement around 2 a.m. to film something. The producer's phone was dead, so he went upstairs to get his camera, but couldn't recall the app needed to transfer files. Sean became frustrated and allegedly punched the producer in the face, then dragged him down the hallway while holding a gun, demanding he leave the house. The producer reported minor cuts on his face and filed a police report. The aftermath of the incident remains unclear, but it showed Sean struggling and seemingly losing control. After all this, finally in 2022, Sean released his 4th album, Road to Deliverance, hoping it would mark his comeback in music and prove he still had talent. Unfortunately, the album didn't gain much attention or help to revive his career, and I'm sure like most of you watching, we were fully unaware Sean even dropped more music. Regardless, it was clear that Sean's music comeback wasn't happening, but people didn't know what he was doing behind the scenes to maintain his lavish lifestyle. Despite his fading career, Sean continued to live a luxurious life. In 2023, a jeweler named Dreamwatch claimed Sean owed them over $1 million for 2 watches he never paid for. Representatives from the company flew from Malaysia to LA to deliver the watches, but Sean promised to wire the money and then ignored their request for payment and legal papers when they sued him. Little did anyone know, this was just the beginning. On May 23rd, 2024, a SWAT team raided Sean's house in Florida and arrested him and his mum, Janice Turner, on multiple fraud charges. Sean faced 10 counts while his mum faced 8 for allegedly scamming multiple jewelers, banks, and other businesses. It all started with a complaint from Verve Entertainment, claiming Sean owed them over $100,000 for a TV studio. Sean had bought a $232,000 TV from them, but only paid $30,000 after installation. According to Verve's lawyer, Sean used his celebrity status to convince people to give him expensive items on credit, claiming connections with Justin Bieber and other stars. He even promised to produce a promotional video with Bieber, but started making excuses and ignored payment requests after the TV was installed. During the raid, police seized other expensive items Sean hadn't paid for, including an $86,000 bed and a $160,000 Cadillac. It was alleged Sean owed nearly $500,000 to jewelers, and had stolen $200,000 from Bank of America and $100,000 from First Republic Bank.
Damn!
In total, Sean and his mom were accused of stealing over $1 million in cash and products. Funnily enough, Sean denied any wrongdoing on Instagram after the raid, claiming people love negative energy and that he and his mum were innocent. He said his lawyers were handling everything, but he was denied bond because he was already on probation for 2 years for trafficking stolen property when he was arrested. Eventually, Sean's mum, Janice Turner, was released on a $160,000 bond. Yeah, so Sean Kingston, a talented artist whose career had so much promise. It's a typical and familiar tale, but also a reminder that even the biggest stars can face challenges. But hey, music is forever, and Sean Kingston's tunes will continue to soundtrack pool parties and summer road trips for years to come. Anyways, if you stay to the end, you're a real one. What are your thoughts on Sean Kingston's story? Drop your thoughts below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video.